Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel for another episode of The Red Divide. Today's episode will be touching on the United and Arsenal game. This is some happy face, some sad face. Boys, tell me all about it. How was the game?
How was the game, Mark? How was the game?
You know, the game was pretty good up until the 88th minute or so. Till I hear we were robbed from the stadium. I couldn't tell whether we were offside or not. From what I hear from a lot of United supporters, which may be biased, is that it wasn't offside and the apologies need to come in. But regardless, because again, they would have changed the game. We scored the second goal in the 88th minute. Make no mistake, the game's changed and we likely go on to win that game. But the goal was disallowed. They put a little bit of Superman pee in their cereal, and Arsenal came. They came for it and they went all over us, and they decided to somehow score from that corner. It was really poor defending, and they scored the second goal, and that was that. Yeah.
If there's anyone that should apologise, it's United for thinking they could come win over at the Arsenal.
And then unfortunately, after we conceded the second, we were chasing the game, chasing the equaliser, got caught out, and Jesus had a one-on-one almost from the halfway line. Went on and he slotted the ball away. They won 3-1. Looks like a very convincing scoreline, but if this man next to me is honest, he was sitting back, folding his arms on the 89th minute like this after we scored, and he just looked at me and he was like,
Of course, it was disappointing.
and
You
then
completely dominated the game.
and then they
And
disallowed
then you
that goal.
cockroaches just come over and think you could just score one like that. No, man, justice was served.
Justice. Unbelievable.
Yes,
This dude dives, they get a penalty, thank God VR turns it over because these guys are diving, typical Arsenal players, diving left, right and centre, should be part of the Olympic team.
Should have been a pen.
And
But then you guys
They got
also
something in-
got ruled offside, so we call it balance.
the refs need to be more strict with these dudes that dive left, right and centre. Especially the Arsenal boys. They're big to Toon, Fernandez or this or that, everybody's diving. But yeah, they are middle of the game.
1 second.
Diving as if they're in the Olympics, actually doing freestyle diving, doing tricks, doing somersaults.
We're
doing
not
backflips.
saying
diving.
first off, the
Shocking.
ref was on a bit biased.
They wasn't.
1 second. All that time wasting from Onana.
It just looked like time wasting because we were right in front of the goalkeeper.
Then there was another situation when Rice or Saka got completely wiped out.
And then they kicked the ball away. And then Anthony should have got a yellow for kicking the ball away, which he didn't. Okay, fair enough.
And he completely swung him from his shirt.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You guys need to stop being soft. Stand up.
Rice, baby.
so Mark, what was it like going into the stadium as an undercover Arsenal supporter?
Right, let me tell you, hang on. Shh. He was loving it. He was part of the chants. Part of the chants.
If you can believe that. Anyway, so what happened was I was recording. I actually caught a few of the stuff that you'll see in the vlog, in the future vlog. I caught a lot of good stuff from United. I caught the first goal. I caught Arsenal's equaliser. Unfortunately, I missed the second. I think I caught the third. It was so quick. I had to quickly, switch on my camera. And trying to enjoy the game at the same time as catch up all the highlights on camera is a little difficult.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I enjoyed the game. It was back and forth. A lot of Arsenal. Arsenal dominated the game for the most part. We were right there, and Arsenal were right in front of us. The goal side that we were at, it was non-stop Arsenal attack. So it was a lot of action when we were. It was great. And Arsenal had more opportunities than us. They had the ball more than us. So end of the day, they won. And okay, I guess if you look at the stats, it will reflect that. But the fact that we almost hit a snatch and grab, we almost stole the game to be denied by, I don't know what, either millimeters or not even millimeters from what I'm hearing. I don't know. it's whatever. It is what it
It was
is.
it was a tight call. Really,
Yeah,
it was.
it's a game of football, and we all know how VAR is. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's not consistent. It is what it is. Taken out, and someone else will get taken out, and yeah, it is what it is. And anyway, the stuff to swallow, and I had to sit there with all those Arsenal fans celebrating. I had to pretend that I wasn't.
He was loving it. They're going to the beat of the drum. He was clapping.
Sure, I was.
Clapping to the beat of the drum.
I had to pretend that I wasn't ecstatic when United scored the first one. I had to just be quiet and just watch them. Then I had to pretend that I was sort of happy when Arsenal scored the equaliser. And again, I just smiled, thinking to myself, what a joke.
37 seconds later.
And then when Rice scored the second, I had to pretend that I was happy, just smiling again, thinking, what shit is this? And then, of course, Jesus on the break, and you went and scored, and it was tough. Tough to see that all my United buddies are down there in the way section, and they were silent. Of course, they just got stunned.
Right, we wave them goodbyes. We send them good farewells, so don't stress.
So, Dimz, I want to touch on something you said in the previous episode. You called the scoreline and you predicted two of the scorers. Hey, good job, mate.
Yeah, can be a bookie for the show, you know.
I think so. Here's a crazy step.
Martinelli, Saka, Odegaard. That's it. Jesus is absolutely useless. We know that.
And to add
so
on
the
that,
fact that he scored,
it was obvious.
It's a 1 in 10 opportunity.
He scored. He scored, and he made Diogo Dalot slide across the field like he's a figure skater on ice.
Hey,
and he tucks the ball away nicely.
Running across the channel, he's going to Europe right now.
I think he's still on the way. I think he's still on the way to the corner shop. But anyway, Jesus did well there. But if you look at it, it's normally Martinelli, Odegaard, or Saka. One of those three.
And like Mark said, it was obvious, you know. 3-1 could only be their score.
Well, in all fairness, if you look at the Opta stats, right?
It's been a tough day, Marcos. It's been a tough day. I've had to keep it all in when United scored. I had to keep it all in out of frustration when Arsenal scored. And listen to their chants, listen to their songs, listen to all of that. We've been to Arsenal pubs, and I'm hearing all of them celebrate and non-stop.
Best mates. Best mates with the Arsenal fans. Best mates.
So, Kaz, let me ask you, are you ready to change teams? You ready to give United the boot and become a gunner?
It's undercover gunner. Or Dimz, it's undercover City fan. I'm United through and through, boys.
Okay, so you're not changing teams anytime soon. You want to think about it?
It was such a great experience. It was amazing to see United meet the Emirates in 11 years. It was amazing to be back. I didn't see the atmosphere and to feel it. To see the players live. I hadn't seen, a live game in 11 years, and it was an amazing experience. But the way it ended was rough. Geez, that for a home fan, I think it was amazing. You ended on such a high. Wow. But for an away supporter to be stuck with the home fans and to hear them scream and shout and celebrate and sing songs and carry on, whoa, that was tough. I'm glad it's over.
Well, I tell you what, you had the balls to go and sit in the Arsenal with the Arsenal fans, and I know what the avid Man United supporter you are. It's difficult for you to keep quiet because that's all you guys do is talk shit. So for you to go and keep quiet for 90 minutes and watch your side get hammered by Arsenal, especially so late on, I can see how tough it was.
Easy with
hammered. But in all fairness, if you look at the Opta stats, don't lie, right? United only had 74 passes in the last third, whereas Arsenal had 208.
You're forgetting.
Just to show the dominance.
Chazzy, listen to me. You're forgetting, when Burnley beat you, you had 80-something%, and they beat you 2-0. Do you remember that game?
No, not at all.
5 or 6 years ago, you had 80-something% possession. You had how many shots per goal, I don't remember, and they beat you 2-0.
That's how it goes.
That's footy. So I don't care about stats. I care about putting the ball in the back of the net. And
clearly something you didn't do today. So, yeah.
Apparently we were robbed. I don't know. Apparently we were robbed.
You were robbed.
No, we'll see. I haven't seen the replay. We're probably going to watch the replay next.
You should have watched the replay before this preview video.
Rough game, rough night. And we'll have to stick on the highlights next.
Best mates with the Arsenal fans, Mark, Ray. You know, we made sure we comforted him. You know, took away all the pain, and you know, the Oak was almost about to put on an Arsenal jersey. So
yeah, sure.
So tell me, lads, after the game, what was the setup? Did you go and do some pub crawling?
we just went to a really a proper Arsenal place called the Tollington. Where when the players drive out, they all come past there. So we managed to see a few of the players as well. So
Awesome.
we're sharp, right? Very cool.
Dimz got to see Zinchenko and Saliba, or as you say, Salabia. And yeah, it was pretty cool. He got a couple of videos which we'll add to the vlog.
Trossard.
And Trossard as well. Trossard actually marked him as part of his property now. He's been signed. He belongs to Trossard. It's pretty cool.
Signed your shirt for your birthday.
So,
That's great.
It was great. We went to a pub, hung out there for a couple of hours. Of course, it's a great atmosphere as long as I can switch off what just happened and just enjoy the vibe, which was difficult, but just got to enjoy the moment and
Ray,
relax.
also
and fun.
that first half, I was livid when they scored. Honestly, I mean, to be dominating the game, and then next minute
On a break.
these lot just get lucky on the break off the pole. Unbelievable, but that's footy. But it's all right. Only took 37 seconds for them to hold the lead, so all good.
Yeah. I tell you what, it was a great goal, great finish. Good ball from Eriksson through the park for Rashi to run onto, take on two defenders and slot it into the top corner. Very good finish. But yeah, for you guys to bounce back in less than a minute just goes to show the character and your desire to try and get back into the game. Overall, it was a good game of football to watch. You know, for a outside supporter, great game to watch. In fact, a lot of controversy, a lot of drama. 85th minute, Garnacho going and stealing 2-1, only for it to be ruled offsides. And then 94th minute, the Rice baby, as you call him, Dimz, took a shot, came off Evans' boot into the bottom corner.
Beautiful.
And then, of course, the through ball on for Jesus. Fake shot to the left, Dalot went sliding across the field, parked it into the corner. That's football, eh, boys? That's how it goes.
This is my issue with Evans. There's a lot of United supporters that are happy.
Let's talk about Evans. Why Evans? Why did Evans come on?
There's a lot of United supporters that are happy that Evans is back. I'm not. I was so happy to see us selling. To me, he's never been good enough. He always has a mistake in him. And a deflection can happen to anyone, sure. But it happened to him, just like it happens to Maguire.
Maguire was right behind him, just by the way.
He would have
hit Maguire and gone in.
So to me, Evans is Maguire 2.0. Like, I'm not a fan of Maguire. I'm not a fan of Evans. The fact we've signed him again, and this is not just because he played today and caused the deflection. I've never been a fan of Evans. And there's a lot of fans out there that are happy with Evans. They love Evans, and they think we never should have sold Evans. Evans is not good enough to play for Manchester United. That's why we sold him. Bottom line.
So why'd you re-sign him?
We re-signed him because Ten Hag is trying to get rid of Maguire. Maguire didn't want to go. End of the day, didn't want to go to West Ham. Okay, up to him. We couldn't get a replacement because West Ham came back in late in the window. We couldn't get a replacement. So we kept him, and we just signed up Evans on a short-term deal, and we have him. The fact that Ten Hag put Evans on before Maguire tells you how much faith he has in Maguire. Maguire needs to catch a wake-up and realise he needs to find another club. I don't know how he still makes it into the English squad. He
made it onto the England shortlist.
He just loves Maguire. If you're not playing week in, week out, you should not start ahead of guys who are. But yet he still gets picked. And he's going to play this international break. Just watch and you'll see. And it's just favouritism. It's a joke. England are not going to win anything as long as Southgate is the manager. Bottom line. Because he makes poor decisions. So Maguire came on. Well, first Evans came on. Maguire came on. and the whole game went to shit.
Ray, I don't know if
So-
you could have told on the
Yeah.
TV, but when Maguire came on, the way that stadium erupted, you could swear Thierry Henry was walking on the pitch.
They were so happy because I'm sitting in the home stand. They start singing, "Oh, Harry Maguire.
He's got it
Oh,
down. He's got it down.
Harry Maguire." They're so happy that we're bringing on this dude. I'm like, put my head in my hands thinking, how embarrassing that we have this guy at our club, at Manchester United. That he comes on and the home team are so happy that we brought this dude on because they know here comes an easy way through to the goalkeeper. That's unbelievable. So let me not say too much. I'm pretty pissed off, but yeah.
It's all part of football. Now we're going to go into the international break, a little bit of break from the Premier League. You know, there's always the risk of our players representing their countries and getting injuries. It's every fan's nightmare. Let's hope for no injuries to come.
Unless it's football.
Except for Maguire. Well, Maguire's going to start because Tyrone Mings is injured, John Stones is injured. What other centre-backs do England have that aren't injured at the moment? So it's writings on the cards. He's going to play.
Good for him.
It's your record signing defender, eh? Try to replicate Liverpool with Van Dijk and it just hasn't worked out.
Thanks for the reminder.
I'm always here for you, cuz. Don't forget.
Oh, jeez. But anyway, bottom line, wonderful day, great experience. Good to be there. You'll see it all on the vlog in the future. We'll stick that episode up as soon as we can. Dimz is, you'll see Dimz breaking it out as if he's on the dance floor to Rice Rice Baby. You guys will all enjoy that. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in and watching our videos. Really appreciate it. Please comment, please subscribe, please like, and thanks again for joining us.
That's it. Thanks again, Dimz, for being a guest on the show. It's been great having you, listening to your insight on Arsenal. Big up for you for predicting the 3-1 scoreline. Much respect. And yeah, we look forward to having more insights from you in the future.
Shot Ray and Mark, it was an absolute pleasure.
Oh, thanks everyone. Take it easy.
Thanks, everyone. Catch you on the next episode. Peace.